Hi. We know that not everyone's having these conversations. Some people don't realize the importance of them. Others have tried to have the conversation, but didn't really like the outcome. Others want to have the conversation, but don't really have the words. And others still are having the conversations every day. This exercise aims to give you the opportunity to have a conversation with a diverse group of people who have done lots of work in diversity and inclusion. Whether in their career or through workshops, they've integrated these skills into their everyday life. We know that not everyone's represented in our group, but we do aim to give you a diverse group of experience. We know that some of these words might sound a little academic, and sometimes the speech is awkward, but don't worry. The more you practice, the easier it'll get. We know that not everyone's perfect, but we can learn from each other every single day. We're really glad that you decided to take this journey with us, and we look forward to your feedback.
Issues related to diversity and inclusion are hard to talk about, I think, because it's human nature to be hesitant or to admit that you could be wrong or that you have something to learn, specifically when it comes to human beings. And I think especially if you think you might be part of the problem. I'm a gay man, but I'm also a white male. And for years I thought, I don't have too much to learn. This person needs diversity inclusion training, not me. I respect women and people of color, but those are not my experiences. And denying myself that or thinking that it's not as important for me is complete ignorance. And there's always something to learn and something to, help you, these tools of empathy to navigate the world better, to navigate your workplace better, and taking those moments where oh no, I don't know this, or I might be doing something wrong, or be without this information, into oh yes moments. And I think that's just it's great that you can constantly learn about other people.
Yeah, I've noticed also in how many situations where someone will say something that they're trying to highlight, compliment, or say something nice to somebody, and the person they're saying it to turns their head and a little crooked, and it's that intent versus impact. So their intention was a good thing, but the impact fell short. And there's got to be a way that people can work through that. And actually, if you notice someone turn their head or pull back, pause, take a step, and say, "I'm sorry. What do you think I said? Share with me what you thought I said, because I want to make sure that I was able to communicate what I wanted to say." And let them do that. And that doesn't make you less of a person. That actually makes you a much kinder, more worldly, if you will, kind of person.
Sure.
And yeah, so
it's important to know that your definition of a word is not necessarily the way that it lands with another person.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that happens a lot for people with disabilities is, one person with a specific diagnosis or disability is just that. They're one person. One person with depression is completely different than another person with depression. And what you might offer in support to one person is going to be different. And I think a lot of times for people with disabilities, we try to ignore it or pretend like it's not there because we don't know how to talk about it and we don't want to offend somebody. So we don't ask the questions that get us to the solutions and the accommodations and the support so somebody can be their whole person at work. We want to just pretend like it's not happening or not there right in our face. And until we can have those conversations to really learn who a person is, then we really are not at inclusion. So those conversations are important to get us to that point where people feel like I am part of this workspace, I'm part of this community, and who I am is important. So I think it's always important for people with disabilities to have conversations about what works for them.
Another thing that I think we need to focus on is policy. So policy actually, policy is a very flexible thing, and it's meant to course correct, if you will. And when you're not part of making the policy, sometimes it feels a little oppressive. And so all these years I've been doing this work, I remember when we first started out, it was about tolerance. And I don't know that I just want to be tolerated. And then it was about inclusion. And, you know, okay, so we were invited to be present, token, if you will. And then we're at this place now where we're saying we want equity. We want to be part of the discussion, part of the challenges, part of the solutions, and we want to be part of the celebration too. And I think you have to put that kind of language in policy and not depend on your statement that says we welcome everybody, we respect all races, we respect all genders, we don't discriminate on anyone, and then don't have any meat to policy to accomplish those goals.
Accountability.
Yep, yep. The other thing is when we have that place where people have that intent and impact thing going on, I know how many times a third person could fix that so quick. And all they have to do is step in and say, hey, wait, guys. I heard what you said, and I heard how you took it. It's possible that, you know, you went by each other. Can we pause for a moment here? We need more people willing to step in as mediators and as referee, or as I like to say, as grandfathers.
Yeah.